This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to How You Doin, a health and wellness podcast from INCRadio New York Satellite Studio. Whether you're on the go or taking a minute to breathe, we've got real tips, good conversations, and weekly check-ins to help you live well without losing your city pace. Are you ready? Let's get to it.
All right. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to How You Doin, brought to you by INCRadio New York Satellite Studio. I'm Brother Christian, going to be your host for today's episode. Here on How You Doin, our main goal is to always talk about health and wellness in real practical ways that fit into our everyday lifestyle. And today's episode is actually very special and meaningful because we will get to that later. But with me on today is our sister Abigail Hidalgo. Hi, Ate Abby. What's up?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I am doing well today. A little bit chilly, as always, typically in New England. But I'm excited for today's show. I like reminiscing about what we have accomplished throughout the season.
Has it started snowing there, Sister Abby?
Well, I had snow last week, I think, and I still have snow on the ground. But it's only in my area. I live kind of more north than some people. But yeah, I still have snow. But today we're supposed to get snow. So we'll see how much accumulates in the next couple hours.
I'm excited for the city area to have our snowfall tomorrow. So it is quite chilly today. So chilly start to our Saturday. But it's that time of year, bundle up so we don't get sick. But again, as our program here on INCRadio New York on How You Doin, we care about your health and wellness. So bundle up, everyone, to tie it all in. Well, for the question of the week this week, we just wanted to ask you, our viewers, how have you grown, big or small, since the start of this season? And we've talked about so many different things in season 1 of How You Doin, and we've had so many successful episodes each week. And for everyone that's participating, thank you so much for doing that. And so make sure you answer the question of the week, which is how have you grown, big or small, since the start of this season? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll read that out later throughout the show. Ate Abby, what's next?
So we will now go to Where You At? So Kuya Tech can play our bumper. I heard the noise. So there we go. All right. Thank you, Kuya Tech. So this is our chance to represent our local congregation or extension and bring your local A game. So again, the rules are that we count each person from your individual local extension and group worship service that would comment, answer a question, or give a shout out. Don't forget to include your name and your local congregation. Again, no more hashtags or spamming. So this is your opportunity to also answer a question for the day, and then the local with the most entries will win. So we have all show, so don't forget to give a shout out and or answer a question or kind of have a conversation with us in the YouTube live chat. But for last week, the top local congregation was Forest Hills. So congratulations, Forest Hills. Now, I guess we can go on to our main topic.
Before we get to the main topic, and speaking of Forest Hills, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sister Joselle Ruiz Hipolito. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to Joselle. Anyways, move on to our just quick shout out before I forget later, because I know I'm going to forget.
Yes.
And onto our main topic, because again, like I said, today's a big one because it's our season 1 finale. Um, I still can't believe that we've done so many episodes in just one season. And we've talked about a lot of different kinds of stories, and we've laughed a lot and talked about many surprising moments that just made us stop and say, like, wow, I really needed to hear that. Um, and today's episode, we're going to be celebrating all of that and just have a quick conversation about the lessons that stayed with us and helped us grow as we witness different changes within ourselves, and really relive every single different topics that we've been talking about since episode 1. And if you remember episode 1, that was a big one because the three of us were in person together, but Brother Lance was there too. But that was a very big episode. And I think we're ready for our roundup. So again, let me ask you, Abby, let's start it off with this easy question. Out of all the topics that we've discussed this season, which one stuck to you the most and why?
I guess since it's recent, but I like last week's topic when we had our guest brother Brian join us and talk about like the screenings and what we should like watch out for each decade of our life. And like it was a lot of information, but it was a lot of good information and to keep us all informed about how we grow up. And it starts off in our 20s or when we're very young, like we aren't not invincible when we're younger. So we have to kind of be mindful of taking care of our health, taking care of watching what our bodies are doing throughout the years. So I think that's maybe because my memory is not that great, but but I think last week's episode was one of my favorites. How about you, brother? Not Lance, brother Christian.
I mean, I could be Brother Lance for this season. For me, definitely that topic when we talked about posture. I think ever since we talked about that, I've been more self-conscious about when I sit up or whenever I'm sitting down, or even just like every day, and everything that I do every day. I'm always mindful, like, oh yeah, hey, you're kind of slouching, sit up. That would be number one. And then the second one that I actually stuck to me as well is that topic when we did social media. I think it was called Life Beyond the Scroll. I think that was the episode, just talking about, not everything always has to be on social media all the time. And I think that one stuck to me the most as well. What's one small habit you've learned that you want to incorporate, or have you already started to apply in your life?
I mean, I think for me, it's the small little improvements or small little changes that I do. Because now, like, I'm more conscious of now about like moving more, even though it's like a little bit, like I was like, okay, I have a break at work. So I'm going to do like 30 minutes walking on outside when it's warmer, or walk around the hospital just to get my, heart rate a little bit up and get some movement throughout my day so I won't be too sedentary. And like these small changes or these small little things that we try to incorporate add up. It doesn't have to be like I have to go to the gym, or it was a good reminder that it can be at home. You can do little things at home, and then it compounds, and eventually you can work up to going to the gym or doing more exercises or more rigorous workouts. How about you, brother Christian?
I guess like one of them, like the previous episode, that I talked about, which was the posture episode. Again, I've applied that every day pretty much. Even on the days that I don't feel myself sitting up straight, or suddenly my back starts to hurt, I always think back to the episode, like, yeah, what we learned. Another thing from that episode was that I applied whatever we talked about into my anatomy midterm. So that was good. Yeah, I think I don't know. For our viewers as well, the questions that we're talking, I know it's just a conversation between me and the Abby here, but you can also tune in onto the live chat and let us know and answer these questions as well. So, again, what's one small habit you've learned that you want to incorporate or have already started to apply in your life? We would like to know. All right. Next one we have. What was the hardest part about improving your wellness this season? I know it's improving our wellness is always a difficult task for some of us, or sometimes we didn't really know where to kind of go. So Abby, where to start?
I mean, I think it's just starting, like getting the motivation or the inspiration to just like start something. It's like especially working out or getting, or doing something physical, doing physical activity. It's always like, well, it's cold out, especially in New England or in the Northeast right now. It's like, oh, it's so early. Oh, I don't have enough time. You have all these excuses to prevent you from even just starting. Or like, oh, I want to eat healthier, but it's like, oh, I have to go grocery shopping. And then meal planning or something like that. But like throughout, some of the show episodes that we talked about, it's not like doing everything at once. It's like just start off small. Like, okay, let me do like one meal that I'll meal prep for the week or something. Like breakfast, this is what I'm going to eat. Or every morning, like I'll wake up at 5 o'clock, whatever time, and I will just do some stretches for like 10 minutes or something like that. And then eventually you get into the routine and habits. So I think that's the hardest part, I feel, is just getting the inspiration or the motivation to just start something.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. The starting is always the most difficult thing to do. But I think what I've learned throughout this season was that you just got to get up and do it. You won't know what to do or won't be able to be consistent with it if you never try it and start doing it. So that's one big thing I learned this season. From what you've mentioned at the Abbey, would you consider that a tiny win or one of your tiny wins?
I think so. I think the tiny win that I've accomplished is that I am being more physically active in right now. Like I actually like you have, sometimes we have smartwatches or even on our phone we have like trackers and stuff like that. And then sometimes you get those notifications like, oh, you met your step goals for the day, or like, oh, you have 5 days straight of meeting all your steps, your physical activity, and like they measure your calories or that you active calories that you burn or whatever. And it's just like, oh, like, okay. that I'm like, cool.
It's funny because my watch always measures my heart rate, and it always tells me my heart rate is really, really fast when I'm in the car long. So,
Actually,
um,
yeah, sometimes I get notifications. It's like, oh, you're stressed. You need to take a breath. And I was like, oh yeah, I remembered something because I'm like sitting down and then I remembered something I have to do. I'm like, wow, I got really anxious at that point. And yes, I am stressed. But thank you for the reminder.
right. For me, a tiny win that I'm really proud to share is that I guess going back into being physically active more. I know the past few months have kind of been hard because like school and whatever, and then the changes in the season. So when it gets cold, it's kind of hard for you to be outside and be active. For me, finding that motivation again to even in the cold weather to just be outside. I've been going on a lot of cold runs, so been doing that a lot lately, and then just trying to um, figure out like small physical activity anywhere, like maybe walking up and down the stairs for a few minutes, or like taking the stairs at school rather than taking the
Mhm.
escalator or the elevator. That's kind of one of the things that I do now. Um, but yeah. Um, do we have anything from the comments section? If I feel like everyone is just blowing
Everyone's
up.
greeting, there's happy Saturday. And like, I guess YouTube decided to be a little, they just put your screen names now on my end. So I don't know I can kind of guess who's who's commenting. But yeah, don't forget to include your name because we do want to recognize you. But yeah, there's a lot of greens from like Sister Maricel, I think Sister Anna from the Bronx, Brother Jason, and brethren from Long Island City and Woodside.
We actually have someone messaged forwarded a comment from actually Manhattan saying from Sister Rosita Fernandez. She says, a healthy and happy Saturday to all the viewers of this program from the Brethren in Manhattan congregation. Hello, Paul. So, Saturdays is always difficult for Manhattan because we're busy, but we're showing up slowly but surely. But
Yes. I mean, I see a lot of brethren from Manhattan and Stanford, and I know sometimes Saturdays are packed with a lot of activities in the morning. So we do appreciate you spending some time with us during our show.
well, let's get back to our main topic because we do have a few more questions. So to continue, if there's one area of wellness that you would hope to tackle or focus on in the coming weeks, do you know what it would be?
I think it's being more, this might sound really bad, but like I was thinking back, it's not like physical, like diet and exercise and whatnot. It's more of like being more present and not to focus on the future, like, because for me, like, I sometimes spiral when I get really anxious about stuff I have to complete, especially during this time of year. There's a lot of stuff going on at like work and other things. So I just have to kind of be more mindful and be more present. And we had also a topic about the gratitude effect, and try not to be too worried or too anxious. So I think that's what I will have to tackle in the next coming weeks. How about you, Christian?
For me, I think I want to focus more on the mental health aspects of our how you doing. Um, Maybe just even like you said, like this month is a very there's a lot of things going on. We're busy, and it's not just we're busy, at church, but we're also busy outside. It's finals week, so
Yeah.
don't ask me how much sleep I've gotten this past few weeks because I don't know. I can't tell you. But mentally I'm trying to focus more on fixing my mental health in terms of like just taking care of myself in those ways, like trying to get the sleep that I need, or even maybe like going to bed early, or doing more solo adventures that would like make me be better in my mindscape, like walking on my own or going for a run more, um just to like really get out of that negative mind space that we put ourselves in because of all the things that are piling up on us all at once. Hopefully that can be achieved before the new year comes, because 2026 is just right around the corner.
I
Y'all.
know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that taking care of our mental health and mental well-being is also important. Like, it's not only the physical stuff that we have to be mindful of, we also have to take care of what goes on in our heads. There's some comments. I have one sister, I think Sister Maria says, I think one thing that she will like to tackle in the next coming weeks is getting regular checkups to your doctor. I know it's that time, like for those with deductibles, reaching your deductibles, and you want to get everything done before it resets in the new year. And then there's also one, I think, from Brother Miko. It says it's really great finding out having brethren with the same interest to play different indoor sports, bonding together, being physically active, even though it's cold. Outside, I think I lost cold, even though it's cold weather. So yes, having buddies, that would be great to add to your motivation and also accountability, right? On trying to improve your health and wellness.
I just want to share Sister Cheyenne Hughes' comment. She says, hoping to get more cardio in the next few weeks from Woodbury. Yes, I do agree with you, Cheyenne. Um, let's get more cardio in, guys. Let's go.
I know it's cold, but yeah, you can even do like what we learned in previous episodes. There are things that you can do at home. Like you don't have to be outside or go to a gym. You can find stuff online to do like workouts in the comfort of your own home, you know, and you don't have to be cold.
All right. Well, I think we have like one more question, and I think it's a great way to end our season one, which is kind of really sad about it, but it's okay.
I know.
What's one thing you hope our listeners can take away this season? Because just as much as we love doing this every week, you know, hosting and talking about different episodes, what really makes our program, our episodes every week, is not us, the hosts, the panelists, but it's actually you, the viewers. Hello, hey chat, what's up? How you doing? You every time you comment, every time you share stories, your experiences, we really appreciate that because sometimes it's not very easy to share something, especially in a space like this, you know, but or even like just people that you are hanging out with on the daily, you know, it's not you sometimes you have things going on and you can't tell them, but um this is the place for you to do that if you want to, you know, you feel free to speak your mind and share us what's going on, relate to the episodes. So it's you, the viewers, that really helped us get this far in season one. So um yeah, for at the Abbey, what's one thing you hope our listeners can take away?
Oh, that's such a deep question. I was thinking about it while you were talking, and I was like, I just hope that we, you know, help people or just make health and wellness less intimidating and not too scary, or you know, give more knowledge on like things that brethren or people should be aware of in regards to their health, and that it's not only uh, diet, exercise, also like mental wellness as well that we, you know, can give light to. I hope that we were entertaining and then some people learn just one thing, you know, throughout our season. And, you know, for, I guess on behalf of INC Radio New York, like I'm glad that we were given an opportunity like this to have a show like this so we can like really talk about like these kind of topics, and we hope that's beneficial to everyone who tunes into our show every week.
um Kajema Sturba, she actually commented, takeaway for this season is that you can never stop learning more healthy tips, either trying something new or a reminder to reset as we live a very busy lives. So that's very true. Can never stop learning. Always there's always something to do to improve our health, whether it be emotionally, physically, mentally. There's always something to do. You just, again, the hardest part is to just start it. You gotta just get up and do it. I think that's one takeaway that I hope the listeners, hi chat, that you guys can take away. Anything else that you want to share at the Abbey or?
There's a couple comments, or I think it's the answer to our question of the week of how have you grown big or small since the start of this season? And one brethren says join walks in groups, meetings afterwards in coffee shops. And also they said make one day an exercising day with fun and enjoy. Oh, this is Sister Maria from the local of Stanford. And then for Kadan, the ministers and families are on a step app. I remember them talking about this earlier in our season, that they have a step app in order for them to have better health, and that's great. You know, I think having, like we mentioned, you know, having people with you on your health journey makes it fun and makes you also accountable, that you can't and people like a little competition, you know, it's like, well, I want to be top of for today or something like that. So having like a little friendly competition is also fun in regards to our health and wellness.
Well, that concludes our season 1.
Yes,
Exciting.
what a ride it was this past couple of months.
Right. I guess Kadan, if you since you're tuning in, maybe you should help everyone get into that app so we can
Yeah.
encourage each other. Let's have a little friendly competition next year.
And it could be for like all our Christian family organization groups. Like which CFO group will be on top for whatever. So yeah.
We can next year. We're in, I think we're not doing monthly meetings anymore. It's the monthly meetup, so we can see who's on top if we do that on our monthly meetups. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way. But yeah, again, we've talked about so many different episodes, so many different. We shared so many different experiences with all of you, and we just want to say thank you so much for supporting How You Doing, this new program that INCRadio New York has launched, and we hope that you are excited for season 2, because I think season 2 episodes have been up, right, Sister Abby?
Yes, we have a lot of plans. And we also want to take time to thank our guest speakers who are with us this past season, and taking some time to talk about their expertise. So for those who would love to be on our show, and you want to share your knowledge of whatever you would like to share with us, don't hesitate to reach out to anyone on the INCRadio team or your minister or worker, and we can accommodate you and try to find a topic, or get a topic that you would like to speak about on our show. So yeah, we appreciate all our guests and all their knowledge that they shared with us throughout this season. And I definitely learned a lot, especially from our physical therapists, and like what brother Christian says about our posture, and strength training and stuff like that. So a lot of knowledge was shared, and our episodes are still up, so you can go back to rewatch it and get more information and share it to those you want to share this information to. So yeah, I think there's also another comment from Sister Gemma. It's like how we've grown this season, tuning more to INCRadio every Saturday for more healthy tips to learn. And Brother Don says, let's get into the app. I've noticed a difference. So yes, we should try to do like a challenge for the whole district, and see who will be on top, and little movements, little things, little progress throughout our year. Anything else, Brother Christian?
I'm just gonna say, if there's any nutritionists out there, please reach out.
Yes,
it's such a struggle to find to talk. We want to talk more actually about food and how that incorporates into our everyday lives and health. So we can't talk about it if we don't have a nutritionist. So I know someone out there. There's a nutritionist in this district. We just need to help us find that one person.
Yes, yes. We would like help in that aspect. And so yeah, that's it for our season 1 and for our show today. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to the church administration for continuing to give us a platform like this to share and speak about important topics like these. And greetings to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our current Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Arano Manalo. And also greetings to our INCRadio station manager, Brother Wally Tarai, and our executive producer, Kuya Manley and Daya.
And of course, we would also like to greet our District Minister, Brother Sheridan Santos, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Neil Patrick Omelda, our CFO Advisor, Brother Jason Flores. And that's a wrap on season 1, but we're not going anywhere because, again, like we said, season 2 is coming up shortly next year in 2026. So, thank you for tuning in, for learning with us, and for taking the steps towards a healthier you. And our episodes for the last few weeks in this month and this year, we will be recapping all of our district activities. Well, next week it'll be the first half, and then the following will be the second half. So um, if you have any photos, again, um, from any activity that we've done, maybe from the first half and the second half, please share them. We would like to give you a little highlight for our episodes in the upcoming last 2 weeks. But yeah, it's the last 2 weeks, everyone. So make sure you come back again next week at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that's Sunday 11:30 p.m. Philippine time, right here on How You Doing.
Happy Saturday. See you next time.
Please introduce yourself